All right, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna switch our old overlay API, which was depending on Streamtip, over to Streamlabs. So I set up this dummy like Streamlabs account. So this is the cat's bot. It's like an old Twitch account that I had because I obviously don't want to share my actual credentials with the world. So yeah, anybody could honestly use these tokens because it obviously doesn't matter because I can just refresh them and this is a throwaway account. So I'm gonna show you guys before we start what my previous app looked like. It was using CoffeeScript. Yeah, dude, it's cute. It was using CoffeeScript and even Bower. Like, it's that old. It was using Bower with jQuery and CoffeeScript. So that was pretty cool. It was working like a charm though. So what this app basically looked like, it would have the URL. It would check the parameters of the URL for a client ID and access token, whether or not preview was on or off. I could even set the volume, and we could queue donations. So if people donate at the same time, it would put them in a queue, and it would play them one at a time until like the song was done. So that was basically it. Sup, Cisna, how's it going? Sup, yo, Lava, thank you so much for the host. How was your stream? Yo, if you guys haven't checked out Lava yet, can we get a shout out for do it myself. I don't want to see my boy Joshua like accidentally using exclamation mark SO again and like trying out everything. So how was your stream, Lava? So there is a test donation. I think I can even use it right now on stream. So if I change the URL in OBS to have a parameter called preview, because before there was no way to preview in Streamtip, so I told them to add that feature and they added it later on. Preview is true. So this is basically how I would test it. So if I were to run this now, I think it would, yeah, it would come up with a donation. And then it would actually have some text-to-speech too.
Far, far away, behind the word mountains, far from the country's vocalia and consonant here, there live the blind text.
Until the text-to-speach was done, there would be no other donation.
The coast of the semantics are large.
But there is a bug in the code, and I haven't actually checked it out yet. So maybe we can get rid of that bug as well. So the bug is that text-to-speech would continue from the previous donation as well. So for some reason, either in the text-to-speech API, it still recognized the old one. I honestly don't know. So the reason, you might ask yourself, why would I make my own, like, why would I make my own, like, donation or overlay or whatever? Because it's fairly simple. The reason is because I wanted to have complete control and be creative in what I could do later on. So I had the first idea, which they already implemented in Streamlabs as well. So there's actually no reason for me to rebuild this because they already have so many features. But I just wanted to have full control because at the time when I built this was like 2 years ago, or maybe even shorter than that. You could there wasn't that many things you could do with your overlays because people didn't really do that much. So I had like ideas where if a donation came through, like money was flying through the screen. I think like Streamlabs already has that, so they're really miles ahead. But yeah, it's kind of fun to migrate an old project and see if we can make it a little more modern and remove jQuery and everything. Because I run the donation on like this script obviously on my PC, so it loads in a little bit of memory and CPU. So the less dependencies we can have, the more performant the code could be. What language is that? Python? No, this is CoffeeScript. This is JavaScript and then CoffeeScript. So CoffeeScript is a Why am I looking for coffee? That's not how that works. How many times do you guys do this? Like, where you write something down, you expect a result, and then in the end, it's actually something completely different. Oh, there's actually 2.3 now. So I think it actually compiles to ES6 now. But anyways, it's just a compiler to JavaScript. It's just using indentation and a little bit more clean, but it's definitely it's definitely not needed anymore with the current state of JavaScript. And I think the OBS like browser, the browser source is actually pretty up to date, so we can run probably ES6 from the get-go. Because that's the nice thing about the fact that I only have to optimize this for my OBS. There's no other people using it, so I don't even have to compile for old browsers. I can legit just write ES6 from the get-go and see if it works. So that's pretty cool. And if not, we can just like run Babel and compile it to ES5 instead. So I can use all the fancy new stuff from ES6. I hate writing JavaScript. Wait, really? Some software engineer junkies trash talking our JavaScript. How is Java coming along? Joshua. So we have our main script. This is just our main script. So I think this means when the DOM has loaded and jQuery has loaded, then run this script. I think this is like document.ready pretty much. Can't remember. It's been such a long time since we wrote any jQuery, so it's a little awkward. Anyways, if preview is on, we immediately kick off with a new donation and then call play on it. So a donation has a couple methods. You first initialize the donation with a username, an amount, a note, a currency, and options. And what the at sign here means is that you basically get a property on the object. So if you were to write normal JavaScript, it would look something like this. So a constructor, username. It's just a shorthand. Constructor, yeah. Well, let's actually write this in here so you guys can actually see. So constructor, JavaScript, amount, I think, whatever. And this is what it would actually do. So it's just a shorthand for not having to write all your properties yourself. But yeah, it's just magic. It's a lot of magic, man. It's a lot of magic in CoffeeScript. And that's exactly the reason why a lot of people like hate it. And there was also a difference between like these arrows and then just the fat arrows, because I think this is like not having this and this is with having this. Yeah. So I think this is like taking the this from when it was instantiated, and this is like the this. I don't know. It's such a long time. We don't have to care about this anymore because we're probably gonna rewrite the whole thing. And if not, so if we're not testing, then we're connecting with socket.io. This is exactly the thing that Streamlabs is also using. And we pass in the query, so which is the socket query in this case. So what is my client ID? What's my access token? Then when we're authenticated, we console log. We don't really use that. And then whenever a new tip comes in, we add a donation to assign a donation to a variable. So we create a donation. Then we add the donation to the queue. And then we ask the queue to play all donations. So the donation queue at this point will start playing all the donations, and we'll wait until one of the donations is done and then ask the next one. And every single time a new tip comes in, it calls this unless the queue is already playing. So it can add stuff to the queue, but if the queue is already playing, then I won't start playing again. You know, it won't trigger it again. So if it's already playing, then chill. Honestly, this check could have been just inside here. You know, call play all donations, and if it's already running, then you don't have to, but that's just something that would make a lot more sense to me. But at the time, apparently I didn't do this. So there's no reason to. And obviously if there's an error, we can do an authentication error if the error is 401. What's up, Jillian, Nolan, how's it going? Prefer Java to JavaScript, but then again, I don't like Java either. C# boy. I mean, we're living with the browser, man. We're stuck with JavaScript. I don't mind writing JavaScript. I think it's fun. So in our donation, we can do a couple things. So we always have to play. This is what the queue does. It just calls play on every donation. So it loops through all the donations. So if the length is bigger than 0, so if there's actual stuff in the queue, then I set playing is true on the queue instance. And then I call the first one, I call play, and then when the callback is there, remove something from the splice and then recursively call yourself again. That's what I would do. So we remove the thing that's playing. So in every donation's play has a callback. So that's right here. So when it's done, it will call this function and then notify this one. So when this donation is done, it will call this function. It will remove itself from the queue and then play the whole queue again. So it will just loop over all of them, which is nice because that's exactly what we have to do. We can't just loop over all of them because I'm not even sure. I think if you add stuff, because I think it's synchronous. So even if you add stuff in the meantime, if you were to add stuff to the array, I think it will not work. So recursively checking every single one and taking the first one off will probably be the best one. Because now we can actually wait for the other ones too. Because now it's like you play one, you remove yourself. We could actually do this differently. This thing could have been up here. So the moment I pick one off the donation queue, I hit play, and then when it's done, you play again. That's what it could have done, but this is fine too. I mean, I don't care too much about this. This is cool. It's pretty nice. Not sure if I would set up it the same way, but I think I'm okay. We could just literally rewrite this in normal JavaScript. And then here's kind of the nasty part. So the markup is everything here. It's just literally a string, and I think it just creates a. So this is just a template. I think it just creates a jQuery object or a jQuery. Yeah. So here it says the HTML. So it creates an object, a DOM element from this string. And then I find the h2 username, and I just inject in the username. And then I find the p tag in that, and then I just add the note in there. Which is like, okay, well, sure, I guess. That's okay. And if the options volume is empty string? Oh yeah, because everything in your parameters in the URL bar are strings. So when volume is empty, so when volume is not set, the options are empty. That is weird. That is really strange. But anyways, okay, so we have options. We extended using the default configs. What's the default config? It's an object with volume 0.5. This is weird. This is weird. That is weird. That is pretty fucking strange. This could have just been like this. By default is an empty object. If this works. I'm not even sure if this works. This is kind of what it should have been. Options should have been by default an object. So even if you don't pass anything. Oh wait. I get why this is. Because even if it's an empty string, it's still gonna add it to the options. I see. Oh well, doesn't matter. Well, we could have a validator for the options and just make sure that every type is correct. Anyways, we would also have a speak object, which is the text to speak part, which is really, really nasty. So I have a local script running on PHP that would take text and it would actually hit the Google text-to-speech API, which is pretty fucking nasty. And then it adds an event listener when the audio is done playing, because this will literally give me an audio object. It's just a proxy to call Google Translate, like as a user, and then when it's done, we call the callback. So this one also takes a callback. So we pass done to play text to speech, and when it's done, we call it, and then we can play the next one. So how does play works is we call play text to speech. So this will play, and we don't even pass it done. So this just plays. So I think this might be the reason why this is weird. Anyways, so we show the donation, we play the donation sound again, but we also do that here. That is so weird. Oh no, wait. Huh? Wait, what the fuck? What are we doing here? Oh. What the fuck is going on? Oh, wait. Yeah, this makes sense. So we have text-to-speech. We have text-to-speech, and we have the donation sound, obviously. So the reason this is a method is because the idea was to be able to trigger multiple donation sounds, or it would pick randomly. And at some point, everybody was like, yeah, we like the money sound the most. Because I had like random ass fucking alerts in here. The sounds are now like just only one song, but I had like a fuck ton of sounds in there. And I would just randomly pick one. So for now, it's just picking like only one. But we're not waiting for the text-to-speech to finish anymore, apparently. Oh, we do. We play. No, we don't. And then when the donation sound is done, so we show the donation when the donation sound is done, because we obviously don't want to start text-to-speeching when the donation sound is rolling in, you know? Sup, Jordy? How's it going? Sup, Polly? Being active in JavaScript itself is seeing most things being the same besides being, quote, is strange to see. Well, this is CoffeeScript, man. But so we obviously want to play the sound. When the sound is done, we play the text-to-speech, and we trigger a set timeout that in 5 seconds from now, it will hide the donation. And then we call another set timeout, which is going to remove. So after the animation is done, just kind of a hacky way with just set timeouts like this, it is a little weird. That is a little strange. But after 1.5 seconds, it would remove the node completely from the DOM, because we obviously don't want to have too many DOM elements on the page, because that will just be a memory leak. And then once that's done, we call done. I like these comments. After 1.5 seconds after animation out. See this, like my former self from 2 years ago has already like helped me out in the future. But this is obviously like very clear, because it's literally remove, and then call done is literally in here. So these were like removed, but after 1.5 seconds after animation out, this is good information. This is good to know that this magic number right here is like explained with the fact that this is there. What's up, Feck? How's it going? What am I writing this in? I'm not writing any code yet. I'm just like trying to figure out what I wrote 2 years ago. This is in CoffeeScript. It's not bad code. It's not bad code. It's not great. And it's using jQuery for no reason, because honestly, there's not a lot of shit going on here. We could have just literally wrote this in JavaScript. It's like plain JavaScript, but you know, that's okay. I think I would honestly kind of set it up the same way. I'm not too pissed about it. Maybe remove the set timeouts for the actual animation API and just check if the animation is done. But other than that, we should be Gucci. Is there anything in this images folder? There's nothing in there. Is there anything in here? This is a CSS. Look at this, man. Your boy Sass right here. Oh, I don't even have Sass on this machine. Look at that. Never heard of CoffeeScript? It's just a compiler for JavaScript. What's up, Husky? Quite sassy. Hell yeah, dude. Look at this, man. That's old school. Well, it's not really that old school, but this is actually Sass. This is not even SCSS. This is Sass. Oof. Look at his animation, man. Fucking cubic beziers right here. Customize animation. Customize timings. Goddamn, dude. Donation in. Donation content in. What is that supposed to mean? Donation out. Donation content out. Look at that, man. Fucking monster right here. Components. Donation.sass. Look at this, man. Fucking includes right here. Your boy. So walking shadow, how's it going? What is it? What is this you're making / doing? I'm just analyzing the code that I wrote 2 years ago. But this is honestly not even that bad. I wasn't that bad. This is quite modular code. There's even a reset CSS in there from in vendor. Look at that. We could honestly just really easily port this over. But we're gonna rewrite it anyways. But we're gonna copy and paste a lot of shit. So what did I use here? 60% width. Me right now, I got all this data, but only one GPU. What you mean? Look at this, man. It fucking includes. I don't know why I did this. I really don't understand why I did this. The thing, this is like gonna add fender prefixes. Because I think I even have something like bourbon. Yep. Fucking bourbon in here. Look at this, this is old school. Your boy bourbon, man. Oh wow, this isn't. Oh, the documentation is here. Your boy bourbon, man. So this will add all the fender prefixes and shit. Feel free to use this, by the way. This is just a throwaway account. So, oh, mixins. There's even mixins. Wait, this is the mixins I created. See, I fender prefix everything, but the funny thing is, this is a nice song. I like this. The funny thing is this will only run in my browser. This will only be run on my Chromium browser source in OBS. So I don't even know why there is a fucking Mozilla border radius here, and I don't know where there is a Microsoft one here. And the webcam one is also easy, but you know, this literally only runs on my computer and on the Chromium version that is running on OBS. I don't even know which version. I hope it supports ES6. If not, then I'll just have to compile. So, okay, let's get started. So we'll keep this project open. What is this? Oh, this was the ES6 version. Yeah. All right, we'll keep this project open. Now I have a new one. Yay, new one, woo. All right, let's make an index to JS. And whoops. What are we gonna build? What are we gonna build? We don't need images actually. We need styles. We need an index.html. Index.html. Look at that. It just does everything for me. I don't need this. The least amount of code, the better. Because it's literally only going to be run on Chromium. I don't need a title. I don't need a head. Probably just need a body. Probably just do this. But let's just be sure that everything just renders correctly and just have at least this. This song is nice. What's up, Blackfield? How's it going? Why did Rad give me more blue essence? Well, you can never have too much. So let's look at the documentation here. So the import socket.io. We can do that. Sure. So let's import that, and let's import our script too. And let's run this script. Open source index.html. Oh. Beautiful. All right, here we go. So now if we console log, we should be chilling. Beautiful. All right, so let's start copy pasting some shit, because we do have to have some sophisticated code for this. Get parameter by name. That's pretty good. So this is some beautiful CoffeeScript. Let's make this a constant just to make it easier for ourselves. What is this? Think this is how you do this? I think there's actually something that converts the other one. What can you do with this code? Okay, so what I'm gonna try and do is rebuild my donation overlay. So let me show you my donation overlay. So if I do a preview, top here. This is what I'm trying to build. Oh yeah, it's 2 blocks actually. It's like it shoves.
Away, behind
Wait, let me just
mountains,
do this again.
Far.
So it pops down, and then the bottom one shoves out of the other one. See, there's content, and then there's donation box. Looks, it slides out of each other, and it bounces a little bit. That's pretty nice.
Far, far away, behind the word mountain.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, so let me take a look at what the because you can already use imports now. So what does an import do in ES6? How do I use this in the browser? Can I just do this? Wait, so import. Do I want to do this? So play the game of League. That's enough for the year. Wait, you didn't play with me, dude. The fuck? Do you want to compile my code? Let's just fucking do it, man. You know what? Let's just add a webpack config. Let's init some my yarn. Sure. And let's yarn add your boy webpack. Just to be able to pull in some modules. I'll just figure out later how I can use like the native one. But for now, I just want it to work. So, module exports. Let's take the most basic webpack one. The most basic webpack one. Entry, yes. This is probably what I need. So my entry is in source index.js, and I'll put everything to dist. We want our index also to be there, because I don't want to manually move that. And then the file is going to be script. Nah, that doesn't sound right. Script.js, script.js. All right. Beautiful. Okay, so in this we have this. Cool. Let's change this to dist. No, script.js, and then remove this one because we can just import it using Webpack. Let's also do that. I think it's socket.io client. Socket.io dash client. Okay, this is on Yarn as well, or npm. Just want the node server bindings? No, I just want an example here. Beautiful. This app.slim? The fuck? Yeah, this is what I need. Okay, so let's import this. Should have added it as a yarn add d webpack. Package.json. Let's take a look. Oh, it's still there. Damn, I wish I could just like move it to the other one. All right. A lot of extra overhead for just getting started, but fuck it. So now I can use this because that's all this main file is gonna do. So we're gonna have a file for, we're gonna have a folder for utils as an index.js. This is what is gonna live there. So we export this. We export our boy get parameter by name. It takes new name. I don't know what that means. What is it actually doing? It's doing something. It's replacing some brackets, I suppose. Do I really need that? I don't even know, but fuck it. So it creates a regex with the new name in there. I don't even know what this means, what I wrote here back in the day, but a lot of regex stuff. I hate regexes. So we could actually write some tests for this if we wanted to. But let's just import our boy socket.io from this shit. And let's see if we can connect to our boy Streamlabs. Let's fucking do it. So let's just hardcode this fucking string right here. It is a socket API token. So normally you wouldn't do this, right? This is a long ass token. That's a long ass token. And then what they do is they IO the shit out of it. Why does it format so ugly? All right, beautiful. So we have Streamlabs right here. And then they have on event, which is anything really, I think. What are the events? Okay, no. So event should be replaced, right? So I suppose. What I think. What's up, Hyuka? What's up, Kasha? Oh, you weren't playing. Perform action on event. Well, let's just first try event then, and then see. We might, this might just actually add everything. So I want this to be socket. I don't want this to be anything else. Okay. So on connect, we want to call a function connected. And when socket on event, we want to just console log all the arguments. I could also just do this. Yes. All right, so let's see what this does. So let's webpack watch this. Node modules bin webpack watch. Would you like to install webpack CLI? Yes. That's fucking sick. Wow. Yarn just asked me that. No, wait. Path is not defined. What? Oh. In the webpack config. Const path is require path. Because apparently I'm using path here. Yeah. Alright, let's run webpack. God damn it. Let's add it as a script here then. Oh wait, I think I can do yarn. Yarn run webpack. Yeah, it will also try and run the bin. That's cool. Oh, webpack watch. Don't forget to change your var in the socket.io link. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that much. Change my var. Oh yeah, right. That's a good point. Mode is not set. We'll be back to development. Oh yeah, you good point. Good point. So mode is development for now. Watching files, boom, fucking done it. And now we refresh, and then it's not there anymore because it's in dist. Connected. We are connected. All right, let's run ourselves a beautiful Streamlabs.com. Let's try and run this and actually trigger an event. What's up, Shannon? How's it going? So don't donate to me because this is a throwaway one. Well, you can still donate. It will just not show up. Well, if you use Streamtip, it will, but don't donate to my Streamlabs one. Let's try this. Who's gonna donate? Hyuk, take my money, please. You donated 9.67. Wow, you immediately get a warning when you add a dot. That's kind of like a weird user experience. That is a weird user experience. Because you should only be validating when I move away from this field. This is weird. This is a bad UX. This is bad UX. Because now I feel like I'm making an error while I just actually typed in the field. I didn't do anything wrong yet because I'm not done with this field yet. Also, this is not centered. Weird. Anyway, let's donate and see if we can get a message. So we just got an event, a donation. And we got all this data right here. That's perfect. It's already working. So now we just have to build the UI again. That's cool. That was easy. Icon class name, fast user. What's up, Shanna? How's it going? So that was fairly easy, actually. So let's try and show a message when this happens. So handlers. So let's make a folder handlers, and let's, for every single handler, we just make a file. So we can import this. And let's make an index too, and then just re-export. It's a little ugly, but yeah. I don't want to pull in like a Babel plugin to compile this, so that's why. This will work, I think. So now I can do take event and take connect from handlers. So now we have a connect handler, which is literally just going to be this. Export default. This beautiful function right here. It's kind of like cutting it up into pieces for no reason, but connect handler. Probably just want to do this. And event. Nice. So this thing will only take care of connecting. And then connect, we also have to this one, event 2. Bounce log all the arguments. It's literally just gonna be 1 every time, right? It will just give me the payload. Event data, yep. Payload, and call select the payload, just like we do now. Okay, let's see if this works. See if our script compiled, so that's good. Let's try it again. Well, it actually console connected, so we know it's working. You can see that it's a Harmony import in Connect.js. And in development mode, we can see the whole, we can see every file. So we can see handlers connect and event is also there. Perfect. So let's show something on the screen, shall we? So whenever I donate, I want to show something on the screen. So let's make a function for this. Create donation. This will just build the UI. UI markup. So for now, this is just like for testing. So it returns a string with the markup for this. So it creates a div and add some style to it. Just for now, background color is red, and then we have some padding of like 10 pixels, and text align is center, and pretty sure I can do this. It doesn't matter how poorly formatted it is, because I'm just gonna inner HTML the shit out of it for now, and then everything should be good. So let's test this out. Let's do color white, and then let's import that donation. So all we need this function to take is a name. So what data did I get from the payload? So here is a donation. It takes a message. So we obviously have to do a switch here. So this is event data. Dot type. So we do something else for every type. We're only gonna do something with donation though. And if it's something else, well, actually we can just switch on that, because this is literally only gonna do donation. So if the event data dot type is not equal to donation, then return. Then we're not gonna do anything. If that's not the case, then we're gonna do stuff. So then we're gonna create markup, and we're gonna document a body, append child, and we're gonna create the markup, but we first have to create an element. I think you can make a document, create, what is that thing called? I can't remember what it's called. It's like a virtual DOM node that you can attach stuff to. Like a fragment. Document fragment. So I can create a document fragment, and then later on append that fragment, which can contain multiple things. So I think that makes sense. So when a donation comes in, we create the markup function, create document, create fragment, which takes the markup and then returns a document fragment. Fragment is document dot create document fragment. What this does is it legit just makes a virtual node, so just a fragment, and then you can add text. So okay, let me tell you guys a little something about HTML here. So let's say you have this unordered list here. So you have this list here, and you want to add some list items using JavaScript. If you were to just loop over this list of browsers and then add them to the DOM, it will actually, it will not trigger a lot of repaints because the browser is smart enough to do everything, but it's not very performant for all browsers. Because you will append the child in every iteration. So you like hit the DOM and it hit the DOM every single time. So instead of doing one big chunk, so you build it virtually and then dump it into DOM, you add it every single time, like every iteration, which can be quite expensive if you have a long list. So what you do instead is you build it, you add the DOM nodes to the virtual one, and you just dump. So let's say you have a tree right here, and then you build this tree on the right side until it's done, and then when it's done, you just add it to this one. That's way more efficient than just adding it one by one, because this will have to update every time. Basically, that's how you should look at it. So now we can just add stuff to this. So let's create a DOM node. Let's create an order list in here. Fuck it. A list with name and name. Okay, so Pop Logic, how's it going? React? No, dude, this is just this definitely doesn't need React. Way too overkill for this project. So let's take the markup. Let's create a DOM node. It's a little nasty. But I think, can I do inner HTML on a fragment? I don't think I can. Pretty sure I can't. See, reflow, that's what it is. So it creates a fragment in memory, not part of the main DOM tree, and you add it later. Yeah, let's just fucking do it nasty. Let's do it nasty. Wrapper, use document to create element. And now let's create a div. And then we just wrap our inner HTML the fucking shit out of it. And then we add that wrapper to the fragment. I don't know why I would make a fragment then, because I'm just creating an element here. Let's create markup. What do I do here? Create donation markup. Create element. Create donation element. It takes markup and it just renders the markup, and then we just return the wrapper. It's kind of weird code. Definitely not going to keep this, but just want to show you guys something for now. I'm just already over engineering shit out of it. And then we call markup. A lot of nested calls, but I can just format this. So we need our event data.message, because I think that's what, yeah, message, and then you get a bunch of information like the name and the message. So we want the message in here too. And then the message, it's this. Let's try this out. This should work. Oh, this is kind of ugly. I wrote some really ugly code. Oof. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's reconnect. Let's create a donation again. Can I re-trigger this one? Can I wait, can I not like re-trigger a donation? Do we trigger through the tree? Because that's a nice thing that I could do with Streamtip. I cannot like re-trigger an alert for this. That sucks. Sup, Sarah, how's it going? That is interesting. Maybe you can, but maybe I just do not know how. Oh well, let's create a new one. Bob Ross. Hello world. And then we just donate $5. Let's see if it adds. There we go. Name is undefined though. Great. So let's add a breakpoint there. Whoa, this is new. Whoa. You can do Command-Shift-P into DevTools and you can just search for what you want. Scripts. Wow, that's super fucking interesting. Console. Elements. Wow, that's sick. Oh. That's cool. That's cool. So if you command O into DevTools, you can search for files. So let's search for event. And then let's add a breakpoint here. Not a markup here, maybe? Let's add a breakpoint here. Let's trigger another donation. Okay, now hit the breakpoint. What do we have here? These ones were undefined. So the object before this one was undefined. So we should have probably just like logged it here. And data's not there. Okay, let's add a breakpoint here then. Alright, let's play this. Move the breakpoint. So it added another donation. Donation came true. That's cool. Bobby. Okay. What are we getting here? Pause on a breakpoint. So what is the data that we're getting? Event data. Type donation. Message is an array of messages. So we always take the first one. If it's a donation, there's only one message. That is weird, but sure. Because wow, that's actually a really weird API. Wow, that's interesting. The event message is an array. Okay. So I guess all of their other ones. Let's see, what are the other ones that they can fire off? It's interesting. Subscribers. So somebody subscribed. That's one subscription and you get an array again. Twitch follow. Still just one thing at a time. Which one is an actual like need for an array? Twitch raids. It's always one message. What's the reason that this is an array? Please note that the execution of both returns the value always as an array type. Wow. If not event data 4. What is 4? Alright, let's close the message type. What is 4? Wait, why are they ignoring 4? Total handle donation events. For Twitch account. Oh, this is specific for Twitch. What's up, Canyon King? How's it going? Canyon King, sorry. Okay, right, because they have multiple platforms. Right. Still really confused about the message, but sure, I guess. That's the way they want to go, then that's fine. So let's get the event. What is this? Event. This is event data. Event message. Just message. Is event data dot message first. That is so ugly, but sure. That's fine, I guess. That is okay. Alright, should be good now. Do this again, let's create another donation. Pop to the Ross. $5. Save. Okay, got here. How are we doing here? A step in one more. Message is now the red message. And it should show up correctly. Perfect. Awesome. So since I'm inner HTMLing the shit out of this, right? You could, in theory, XSS me now. So if I were to donate, so let me show you guys the reason why this is insecure. So if I were to donate a script tag right now and I would alert, hello world, you just got busted. I would now get cross-site scripted. So I save this donation. Oh wait, it doesn't even allow for it. Does it not? Wait, impossible entity probably. That's actually funny because they don't actually. .403, and it doesn't show the actual code. Is 403? Wait, what is 403? Summer. It just refused to fulfill. Holy forbidden. Right. Wait, it makes sense. So they already stop us from cross-site scripting. So let's do a different cross-site script. Let's see if they actually handle every case. Let me create an image. And then an image that doesn't exist. And then on error, I wanna alert. XSS. So that was a valid cross-site script, and that one was okay. Styling is clean and neat. Wow. What's up, Dex? How's it going? This is just the platform of Streamlabs, man. It's not something I've built. That's interesting though. So they do some sort of like cross-site scripting protection. Oh, this is Cloudflare actually. So Cloudflare blocks some cases of cross-site scripting, I guess. Mention required. I have to wait. I get a CAPTCHA. Wait. So if I add a script tag, then your boys over at fucking Cloudflare are like, yo, fuck this, man. You gotta finish a CAPTCHA. What the fuck? Yo, let me finish the fucking. Wait, let me finish the CAPTCHA. Can I finish the CAPTCHA? No, there's no JavaScript in here. Fuck, man. I just got busted. I just got fucking destroyed by Cloudflare. Cloudflare fixes this protection. Wow. The next one, what is cross-site scripting? Jeez, can I, like, why is this fucking header so huge? Like, this is, like, half of the page is taken. Alright, you know, there's only one way to fix this. Oh, now I'm on mobile already. Yeah, I don't have that big of a screen. Alright, fixed. So do they protect or not? That's funny. Oh, whatever. Sanitize data. Validating your inputs, such as script tags. Yeah, but like all the other ones then. What about all the other ones? I already cross-site scripted myself. So that's the reason you don't just inner HTML the shit out of something. Let me think. I might actually be vulnerable to cross-site scripting right now. Ooh, this is quite a vulnerability. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me test one thing. Let me cross-site script myself with the current thing that I currently have. Because if I can cross-site script myself, there's a huge vulnerability. Because then the person can actually have access to my computer. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can break myself. All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can cross-site script myself. Error saving tip. Hold up. Why is it not allowed? 500 server error. Oh, my username is also... Wait. Okay, let's try this again. I actually cross-site scripted myself! No way! Okay, I'm removing my donation overlay right now. Holy shit, dude, look at this. This is amazing. This has been running for years. Look at this. Let me zoom in. That's amazing. Look. What the fuck? I like how I write code 2 years ago. I wrote code 2 years ago. I never realized that somebody could cross-site script the shit out of me right now. What in the actual fuck? Look, it shows up as a broken image. I cross-site scripted myself. Okay, I'm definitely closing my donation overlay right now.
Alert XSS greater than.
No donations for today. For this time around. For whenever I fix this. That was great. I love that. I love that. It shows that I've definitely become a better programmer. Okay, so let's analyze what happened here. What's up, Rhonda? How's it going? Hi and bye. Yo, good luck work. Good luck at work. Hope it's gonna be fun with the kids. Okay, so why did this go wrong? Just like I explained in the other one. What our beautiful jQuery does is exactly what we do, pretty much. So when I pass it a string with HTML, it will pretty much enter HTML and just create a DOM node from it. It will not like secretly, it will not like loop over and like do some AST shit and actually build a proper DOM from this. It actually just probably inner HTMLs the shit out of it. So let's take a look at the donation part. And the donation parts show will actually create, or markup here is just a string with HTML, just like we had before. And then how we make this markup is literally just passing it to jQuery like this. So we have jQuery, we create a selector basically But since we pass it a string with HTML, it will actually turn it into an HTML element. But this will probably just inner HTML the shit out of it. So anything in the message. Oh no, here I'm HTMLing. So if I wanted to make this safe, the only thing I had to do was text content this. But I'm not even sure if that's in jQuery. Text. So if I just did text instead of HTML, like this would have prevented everything that I just did. Let's do that. Let's turn it back on. Let's turn the old one back on and then see if we actually fix it for ourselves. So let's go to the dist folder and actually just change the compiled code because I don't want to run CoffeeScript. Oh, down. Oh, God. Okay, so somewhere in here. Okay, I shouldn't run Prettier on this. The settings, let's turn off auto save, format on paste, format on save, false. I don't want to format this. So in here somewhere there is .html right here. So let's change these two to text and then save. And let's restart our donation overlay. It's hilarious. We're just gonna XSS ourselves again and then see if it still works. All right. So I think my donation overlay is working. So what if we use it again? Resend alert. And now there's no XSS anymore. But it also doesn't show the text as an image though. Oh, it's still XSSing.
Less than IMGSRC equals asdams.fo.msdf.sdf.jpg.
Oh, right. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Because the code is on my desktop is not the same as on my laptop. Makes total sense. But if we were to open the index.html here, then we can test. It will just not hit the PHP part, but that's fine. Open index.html. Oh wait, I don't have a... Yeah, I can't do that as on here. I can do it on my other one. Because I don't have my my tokens on this one. So I need to do it on my main computer. I don't think I can show you guys this. I don't have the tokens. Anyways, you guys just have to trust me on this one. Well, I can just change it on my machine here. Jesus boy, what are you doing? Why are you doing everything live? Where is my code actually on this machine? It's a nice song, I like this. We're doing some live security fixing. Alright, here we go. Let me just do the exact same change that I did on the other one. So if there's any HTML, we want to change it to text instead. And then any more HTML, go with one more. And save. And now restart our server. And then restart the donation overlay. And then reset alert. And I got XSS again. God damn it. Fuck. I don't know why. Maybe it's running a different script.
Less than IMGSRC equals asdams.fo.msdf.sdf.jpg. On error equals alert XSS greater than.
Okay, fuck this, man. I'm out. Fuck this shit. Alright. Anyhow, so the exact reason why this is a problem is because we're literally HTMLing the shit out of it here. So anything HTML that was in the node would have displayed on the page. We could be literally anything. So the thing is, with this vulnerability, is that somebody could create a script tag and then, or an image, and then do a request. So let's say the HTML of this node would be something like script tag or an image with an error. So why is this a problem? So in JavaScript, old like on error attributes get triggered and they run JavaScript whenever something on the image errors. So let's say I post an image that doesn't exist, it will trigger on error, and I can do any JavaScript I want here. So what I can do here is I can create a function and do all kinds of stuff here, as long as it's as long as it does what I want. So what I can do now is I could do an XML HTTP request to a local file. So what I could do is open up, or is like do an HTTP request to file and then my C drive, for example, and then to some other thing, and then the content of that file will just be streamed to your thing. So I could either take a blob or whatever, and I could just scroll through my pictures and just try and find files. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Gonna make donation cryptoware? You can also do that. You can do literally anything. So that's pretty bad. You don't want to give other people access to the full DOM and to your JavaScript. You know, you don't want to do that. You only want to give people control to text. If it's just text that they're posting, then sure. So this should have never happened. This should have literally just been text all the time. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Anyhow, let's create the markup in a different way. People are just your worst enemy? Exactly. Sup, Quinn? How's it going? So instead of inner HTML shit out of this, we're just gonna wrapper the append child. Do we want to have a wrapper around this? I don't really care too much. So we could actually manually make this HTML if we wanted to. Or we could take this as inner HTML and just only take this part as the part that we want to have like randomly. So we could have like the donation markup here, and then we get a class here, a donation content or whatever. We just leave this empty. So this is the markup. So the markup can be generated with this. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We inner HTML this. It's pretty ugly code, that's for sure. But this will contain a markup. So it doesn't need this anymore. And then we make another function for create league. And it will take a name and then content or something. What this will do is this will actually create a DOM node. So if we do the lead itself is document create element. I don't even know why I'm doing this, because I'm not going to build it this way, but yeah. And then I do text content equals so text content is always a string. There's no way you can put HTML in here and it will render as an HTML. This will literally just be a text node, which is this. You could also create a text node through this and append it to the child, or you can do text content. I'm not sure which one is faster, honestly, but yeah, for the sake of it, let's do text. Is document.create text node. And then we want this to be the name. And then content. And then we append child to the Lee. And then we return the Lee. So we create a Lee. And we attach it to the wrapper. I don't know why we would do that. So if we just have it. Oh yeah, that's why. Okay. So we're creating two Lees here. We're creating one for name. So this will now take a donation. Then we take the donation name. And we also want to append it with what was it, the message? Okay. It's definitely not pretty code, but this should work. It should stop us from getting XSS'd. It should not be like this though. It should be query selector and then find the donation content. Donation content. Donation content. Now we're chilling. Now we're chilling. It's definitely not pretty code for sure. But this should work. Let's see if it works. Let's see if we can still XSS the shit out of ourselves. I like this though. I like how if you add a script tag, it is not okay with this. So this is what I get back. Donation. Bob to the Ross. Image source. JPEG. On error. Is alert. XSS. $5. So it's saved. And undefined because we didn't pass it a fuck. God damn it. Create donation element needs a message, which in this situation is a donation. God damn it, Boyd. I wish I could re-trigger that one donation. This will filter Bobby to the Ross. To the Ross mobile. Oh, this needs the image, obviously. 5. So now you can see that we're not getting XSS anymore because it just, this element is now an actual, this is not a DOM element. This is literally just a text node. Okay? This is literally just a text node. So as you can see, there's quotes here to indicate it's a note, but even if you use the same quotes, it is actually not the same quotes. Oh, it doesn't treat it as closing notes. Quotes. I made myself a bit safer. My computer is now a bit more safe. That's good. That's perfect. But this is very important to realize. And it is very, very, very important to not consider like it's easy to think that you can just only like cross-site script yourself if you just sanitize script tags. A lot of people just like regex through a piece of text and just filter out the script tags but honestly, like cross-site scripting is far from just script tags. There's so many different ways of like cross-site scripting, and if you actually like try and sanitize a string based on HTML, it's really hard to get done. There's like I think 1 or 2 plugins. They're really, really big. They're massive. They're really heavy. Let me think. Sanitizer. I think like React uses that one. Sanitize. HTML. It's crazy. It's crazy heavy though. The on-air alert. But it's fucking heavy. So let's check the React code base actually. Because I'm pretty sure they're using one of these. Maybe for their, probably for their React DOM. Package.json. Dependencies, there's only 4. They import Facebook.js. Facebook.js, yeah, well, that's great. I don't know how this works. I just want to know what that heavy thing is. Is it in here? Oh, there's a lot more here, but this is mostly dev. I wonder if people on Twitch use donation plugins that have XSS vulnerabilities. I mean, it's worth a shot, man. Worth a shot. Let's check the code base for sanitize. We accept any tag to be rendered, but since this gets injected into arbitrary HTML, we want to make sure it's a safe tag. Render Hexor, dude. That's amazing. Should throw when an attack vector is used. This is just a React DOM utils. DOM component. React DOM component. Sanity checks, yes. Sanitize. Sanitize with an S. Set inner HTML. This is their like dangerously set inner HTML, but I just want to know what React uses. Oh, somebody, god damn it.
We stand together, united as one.
I can't remember. I can't remember the fucking thing they use. Sanitize HTML. Sanitize HTML.
If we make mistakes, we are lost.
It's just really hard to get done right. This is the 1000. This is the same one. Should go to bed. 3 months ago. What cases are they touching? Should pass simple, well-formed, whitelisted markup. Wiggly worms. Should pass through all if allowed tags and allowed attributes are set to false. Respect text nodes at the top level. So we'll just like remove those tags. Fucking Java alert. Should dump a JavaScript URL with a comment in the middle. Probably only respected by browsers in XML data island. Look at this! Sneaky encoded JavaScript URL.
Facing friend and foe. We will know
All that shit, dude. Look at all the cases.
time for that.
This is
If we make
crazy.
mistakes, we are lost.
Should preserve text area content if text areas are allowed.
We are lost.
Should dump character codes 1 to 32 before testing scheme. This is nifty, man. Look at this.
We are lost.
They're finishing the word JavaScript, aren't they?
Lost.
What is this? What is this character?
We stand together, united as one. Forward on we go, facing friend and foe. We will know what it is. We have not time for that. If we make mistakes, we are lost.
Well, let me just copy this whole thing. No, wait, it's the outer HTML is. I wonder if this even works. Fuck. That's inner HTML. This string right here. Oh wait, I had a typo. God damn it. Yeah, that's what I thought. If you don't have a parent, I don't even know how it's gonna do that. All right, div.inner HTML. Div. Oh. What is that, dude? That is a kind of a weird special character. Seems scary. This is cool though. Like knowing this is super fucking cool. But this is the reason that if you want to do a sanitation of HTML, you just don't do it by hand. There's too many edge cases that you don't know about. You can honestly, the only way you can do it, it's better to whitelist than to like try and sanitize. Disallow data URLs with default allowed tags. So source data image GIF base 64 is not allowed. Nifty simple dippy. We allow classes nifty. There's no like hacky stuff. Oh, here it is. Should not allow a naked equals sign followed by unrelated attribute. Oh my god. I didn't even know this worked. So if you have no quotes, then the browser will just try and fix it. That's crazy. I'm not getting any shit done. 100% not getting anything done. Should not be faked out. Should not be faked out by double greater than sign. Dude, people have been really trying to fucking mess with this library throughout the years. This thing lives for 2 years. They've fucking battle tested the shit out of it. You know, like trying to do this. Having two greater thans. Should not unescape escapes found inside script tags. Oh, right. So if escapes are already in, then it's fine. If you allow script tags, that is. I actually want to learn how to code, but it will take so much time. That's not true. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. But it takes, like... what did they always say at my uni? Well, it does take a lot of time. That's true. It does take a lot of time. And it can be super frustrating if you start out. I didn't really think it was frustrating because I thought it was kind of fun. But it's important that you don't give up. Too many people give up. Should not crash due to tag names that are properties of a universal object prototype. What? Should not correctly maintain escaping when allowing a non-text tags other than the script or style. This fucking library, man. Unload prompt. Source set by default. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Kotlin? I don't know what that is. Drop attributes names with meta characters. What is this? Does this even work? Dude, hello? Will this work? Don't tell me this works. No, this doesn't work. What the fuck? Maybe in some browsers. The fuck? Maybe older browsers. Isn't very popular yet. Kotlin. Oh, I actually noticed. I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen this. Fucking ugly, man. So ugly. Look at this. Gross. Ew. 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 What the fuck? Ew. Yeah. Don't hate if you haven't seen Java. I've seen Java. Yeah. Yeah, let's not do this. The fuck is this syntax? This is a lambda. Where are the parameters? Oof. Map off 1 2 1 2 2 2. Concise, simple, and very easy to read and write. This is fine though. This looks kind of okay. Looks pretty functional actually. With like your TR tags and then having lambdas. What? Yeah. You know, just don't. Just don't. Should remote invalid styles. Jesus. Okay, honestly though, it's like doing a little too much maybe. Maybe. I like this one though. Let's see if this actually works in the browser that we have today. On mouse over. It doesn't work. Oh wait. My fucking formatter saved it to fix it. Hold up, hold up. Oops. That's funny. Source is unmouse over. No, now the source is. So I think like Chrome's thing already fixes it. So this is not really an issue anymore. But definitely for older browsers, it could probably break. Try Internet Explorer? Well, this probably breaks in Internet Explorer. We didn't do shit today though. We didn't actually program anything. Well, we actually hooked up the thing. But yeah. We didn't really do that much. Okay, anyways, so we have this. We have the donation. And now what we're gonna do with the donation. Do we have flow to this? I don't have flow, but anyways. So now that we have the donation, let's build the UI. I actually don't have that much time yet left, but take the markup that we have here. How are we gonna make this markup pretty? I think we can use template tags, don't we? Template. HTML. That's pretty new stuff. Template tags. Where's my Mozilla? That animation of screen opening and closing is so annoying. What? What do you mean? What are we talking about? When you minimize and maximize? This one? I barely use this though. Template tag, huh? Create. Test if the browser supports this. We support this, so it doesn't matter. So you take the product row Import node. Clone the new row and insert it to the table. Import node. Creates a copy of the specified node or document fragment. Is that... Huh. Is that nice? Is that actually nice though? Let's do it actually. Let's create a template. It's also, you have like script template or whatever. You also have that. The fuck is this? Script text template. Yeah, this one. Tag button doesn't force you. Setting text template. A script. It's not a script that the browser can understand, so the browser will simply ignore it. It allows you to put anything in there. It can then be extracted later and used by templating library to generate HTML snippets. Okay. I kind of don't want to have my template in my HTML because then the logic is all over the place. But I also don't want to manually build this. I don't want to manually build like a whole HTML structure. Even though it's probably the safest, it's not very nice to write. So we could do something like JSX to regular to somebody already built this actually. So I can write this and then render it to document body. This is a year ago though, and I don't want to pull in like a random library that has 31 stars. I don't really feel like that. I don't want to use... I thought you could just map JSX. Stringify attribute. Oof. Visual merging. I just use the GitHub client, the new one. Tag. Tag is this. Tag takes the tag name, attributes, and then children. And then create element. That's cool. That's kind of what you want. You kind of just want to build stuff like this. So if the value is a string, here tag. If children, does it do anything with children? Children of map. If the children is a string, then create a text node. If not, then append the child. Good night, Hugo. What is H? Title, subtitle. I don't want to. So this works, but what does the other one do? Because this also appends something to the DOM. T tag function. Oh, this also creates it. So this is just regular JSX, and this is like JSX using Babel. That's cool though. What does this do? Stringify attribute. Object.entries value. So what would you get in here? If it's already stringed in value. Replace A to Z. What even is this? Stringify attribute. What is this needed for? Oh. Weird. What does the is equal sign do in JavaScript if they decide to need a triple one? This is a lazy evaluation. So I can do 1 = 1. This will be true. It's not based on type. It will try and like, if this is a string, it will try to cast this one to a string to compare the two. And then it would say, okay, well, 1 to string is the same. Well, I have to wrap this, obviously. That's what it tries to do. But if you do equal, it will also match the type. So it will try and match. It will preserve its type, both of these. So it will not try and cast to like kind of match the other one. But this will be false. So that's why you pretty much always use triple or triple equal. Because you're trying to match and not try to like try and match the types together. So if you do this, there's a lot of like errors you can get. So like linters would always tell you to just do this because you want to make sure that this is exactly this value. And if not, then just map it yourself. Because otherwise there's a lot of magic going on. So let's do an object to string. Right? So what I could do is literally just do this. That's weird, right? That is weird. 0 = this. Wow, that's interesting. There's so many like weird ones. You just don't want to do it. You just don't want to use double. Yeah, that's an interesting one. This is an object? Yep. It's amazing, right? That's the beauty of it. Thought there were scopes. No, this is an object. This is a dictionary or whatever you call it these days. Depends on your language. We call them objects. Some people call them hashes. Some people call them maps. It's not really a map, but Just a key value thing. You can, if you look at it that way. Use template tag instead. I want to use the template tag, man. Oof. It's pretty much what I did before though with inner HTML. Just dump it in this in the thing though. Now I just have syntax highlighting, which has something to it. But it's literally just this. Oh well, let's do it.
They say history is
Let's fucking do it. Create markup.
I don't mind playing the villain. Got a pretty girl to the throne. 'Cause the memories come, and I can't even run. I gotta win this just to prove to me I can. I'll divide and I will conquer.
Oh, this is also for styling, right? So wait, what is this used for? Why is this a section? Why is this... what? This doesn't make any sense. Well, this can be section if you want it to be a section. I mean, sure. Header in a section, I'm fine with that. What's up, Mippy? How's it going? I don't need these classes yet because there's no styling. Oh, you have main too, right? How many mains can you have on a page? I'm a front-end developer. I don't know anything about this. Or main.js, what the fuck? Main. Good, are you? I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I should actually go to bed, but it's too fun. How many mains can you have on a page? Represents dominant content of the body of a document, portion of a document, or application. Must not have more than one main element and does not have hidden. See? Okay, so we can't do that. But you do have like the... Dude, I can't remember. It's like, in my current job, there's so much legacy that we can't barely use like good HTML. Because everything is styled. So we basically just refer back to divs and spans. Because those are not styled. But there is like the... You have a main, and then you have section, and then you have header in a section, and then the content article. That's what it is. Then inside an article, you have a header and a section. So just a section. Okay. And then a P in there. Okay, so this should be the content actually. This is the part that we tried to access. And this was the... What was in here? Username. What is the title then? What do I put in the title? Username? No, H2 username? Wait, it just said new donation. Okay. Right. So we don't actually need this. Okay, so we create markup. Yeah, it's kind of ugly, but okay, let's just create the node for it then. Create donation node. And we do that once, and then we just copy the node every time. Because that's what I saw in the code. That was pretty nice. That's pretty nifty. So we cache basically the node creation. So we create a div. We could do this. We probably need to style the div too. So root or something. I don't know. Just we can make this a div. It doesn't really matter that much. And we just add this inner HTML the shit out of it. It's ugly, but you know, I don't want to manually create this DOM until I find a way to better do it. May I ask you guys if you guys know some fun, good APIs, such little projects to improve skills since I don't have any goal or project but want to improve? There's, oh my god, there's so many. There's so many things I want to do, but I don't have time. If you can, if you can make an application where people can make playlists on Spotify, connect their Spotify account, then manage playlists, add collaborators to those playlists, have a way to propose songs, rate those songs, accept, reject songs for those playlists. Yeah, there's many things. Create markup. Okay, let's find those nodes. So let's first return the root. And then we have a create donation UI, which is literally just gonna copy this thing. So we do this once. Okay, I'll make this a function that is done on... I don't want to run this shit in a function, but... Yeah. Is this what I want? Sure, I guess. Donation node is this. Sure, it's definitely not pretty, but fuck it. Otherwise, I would have to make a function that returns a function, and then we can reuse it in here every time there's an event. It's like, it's not gonna make things any better, really. So we can move this out later on to like somewhere else. So the UI will just take this node and we'll just make a copy of it. So like UI is document.import node and then deep true, deep copy. And then we have this copy, and then we create a function that get all these nodes. Get, how do we call this function? Get data nodes. And you get a node, and then it will just query select some stuff. Username node is node.querySelector. This part and the content is this part. What do we do? What else do we do in here? We just inner HTML the shit out of it. So we're chilling. Cool. And then we just return that in an object. That's what we're gonna do. So then we take the username, or we call these fields, And we dump the UI in there. And then we modify the fields. Or so we create another tiny function. Set text. And it takes a node. And it just calls set text content. It's a little overhead, but nah, it's probably not really that great. You can just call fields.username.text content equals, or append child. So this creates the UI and returns the fields, I suppose. That's that a good UI? This creates the UI. No, we need the UI here. And then it creates the UI based on the donation that you get. And then for all the fields. Oh, we can actually do quite some nifty stuff here. If we were to call this if we were to call these based on the keys, we could loop over all the keys. It doesn't matter. Okay, do it by hand. Fields username, field content is the message. And then, so since it's a copy, and we only have one, we can now just append it to document. I like this song a lot, man. Like a really simple song, but I like it. Okay, so this should work. Let's see if it works. Did it watch? Compiled, that's good. And then we trigger a donation. Woo! Oh, username. Fuck, it was still... The debugger was still there. New donation. And it had no message. Because... Oh, it was there. We just didn't set the content there. That's weird. So, Corey is selecting those from the node. We return those. These are not copies, these are instances. Oh, we just replace... What the fuck?
Are you ready for
We're not replacing the text content. Oopsie. Bob Ross. $5. Content of no. So it couldn't find those nodes. That's weird. What the fuck? Here it is, the div with another div with a header and then J's donation username. J's donation username. Okay. Store as a global variable temp1 dot query selector. This one. Oh, it's missing the dot. It's missing the dot. This will obviously find nothing because it needs the class. I'm searching for the class. Oops. Now it should work. Get nodes if undefined. Yeah, now we're Gucci. Now we're talking. Now we're chilling. Oh wait, it's not formatting anymore? On save? Turn it off, obviously. Okay, let's try this one more time. Bob to the Ross. And we're chilling. We are chilling, boys. Yeah. That was a lot of fucking code for just as simple as this. But yeah. My CoffeeScript one was a lot simpler. But it had XSS. Oops. But it's pretty much the same though. Create markup. It just has this function, but we can turn this into a function as well. We just abstract it away. They find it. We made a function to do the finding for us. So if ever does selectors change, we can do that. They append it to a container. We do it to body. That's fine as well. And then we'll probably make exactly something like this. So now we do this as a function. So when a donation comes in, we just do it. But we need a queue. And we need to play sound and wait for stuff and whatever. But for now, I think we're good. I think this was a fun little project to revive, and it's nice that we look back at our old code and realize that it's not safe. So please don't donate. Donations or overlays are off for a tiny bit until we fixed it. But I have to fix this before the 25th, I think, is when Streamtip dies. Anyhow, I find it weird that I need a wrapper. I find weird. Because hours of inner HTML this shit. Wish I could just inner HTML this on a fragment. Inner HTML fragment. Can't set the inner HTML of a document fragment like you would in a normal node. Adding a standard div and setting the inner HTML is the common solution. Yeah, that's a rip. Oh well. Thank you guys so much for hanging out though. We did a lot of random stuff. But yeah. Thank you guys. See you guys the next time when we'll finish this, which is gonna be pretty soon. So have a good night everyone. See you guys later.